What's up, everybody? Well, today is part 2 of our coolant temperature gauge always reading low. What we have here is our replacement coolant temperature sensor. Now, if you remember from the first video, this truck actually has 2 temperature sensors. It has one right here that the computer uses to determine the temperature of the coolant in the engine, but then it has another one right here, which is what the gauge on the dash uses for coolant temperature. And that's what we suspect as to being a problem, because in the first video we went and we grounded that wire and it made the gauge in the dash, go full hot. So we know that the gauge is okay, and we suspect that this temperature sensor is actually the problem. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. Now, I done soaked this freaking temperature sensor several times over the past couple days in preparation for doing this video. So the engine would be cold, I'd shoot it with PB, cold PB, cold PB, cold PB, and still I could not break the seal. I could not loosen that sensor up. So what I did was I let the engine run till it got full hot, and when the engine was running and the engine was hot, I took my 19mm wood wrench and I just started working this temperature sensor back and forth, and eventually I got her loose. If you really torque down on it and it doesn't move, there's a good chance you'll break the threaded nut off of the threaded shaft, and you will be in a world of shit. When I had the whole system drained already, I had this wrench on that temperature sensor, and I was giving it all I got. It wasn't, something was going to break. And what I think would have happened was that this piece would have broke off right there. This threaded piece would have broke off of the shaft, and then we really would have been screwed. So if you're doing it yourself, you can soak it with PB Blaster. If that doesn't really help, it'd probably be better just to let the engine get super hot and try to work it, and then shut the engine off and do the repair. This engine is kind of hot right now, but there's no other way around it. The sensor replacement here is pretty straightforward. If you guys watch part 1, it just unplugs from that connector right there, and it just kind of goes directly to the sensor. No big deal. When we pull this sensor out, we're going to lose a little bit of juice. So what I'm going to do is just get my draining pan situated under it, so we can just do this one turd at a time. I don't know the torque spec of this sensor. I'm just kind of going by feel here. It feels like it's, bottomed out. Now, because we lost a lot of juice when we did this, of course we've got to top the system back off again. All right, so now we're a little bit more closer to 210 now, probably one notch off of 210, so we're going to consider this a fix. Well, that about concludes this whole journey that we took over the past 2 days. Got a new radiator, upper and lower rad hoses, thermostat, both temperature sensors. Most of the OEM clamps have been replaced. Everything seems to be okay, the gauge is working right, so as far as I'm concerned now, he's in good shape. We've also got some more stuff coming up for this, actually a big long list, and we're going to try to get as much stuff done until the weather gets too cold to actually do anything out here. So anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.